Introducing the Open Palm Podcast with host Jerome Shaw, available today on your favorite podcast platforms. The Open Palm Podcast is a positive, uplifting, motivational, and inspirational podcast. The host brings his insight and philosophy, and you can't help but gravitate towards his smile, his words, and his wisdom. Again, the podcast he hosts is titled The Open Palm Podcast. It's about inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas and topics. He'll also help you become more aware and in harmony with your own life, giving you a better understanding of your place in the world and using your skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. You can find the show today on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. You can also connect with the host on Instagram at JRomeShaw. That's JROMESHAW on Instagram. Jerome Shaw with the Open Palm Podcast. Motivation, meditation, mentality. Go listen, download, and subscribe today.
So tonight I went and did something pretty cool, I might say. I've been taking Tai Chi lessons and Tai Chi classes in a nearby dojo here in San Antonio. It's a teacher named Master Ryan, also different sifus at the school, who've been teaching Tai Chi and Kung Fu. But today, we had a wonderful seminar in the spirit of the holiday season. It was a candle seminar where one would take a small candle and hold their arm at a distance and perform sort of a 1-inch punch, kind of Bruce Lee-esque, and put out the candle with using just a slight movement from your hand. You would stretch out your hand, extend it beyond the candle, and just moving your hand with a lightning palm. You would put out the candle from a distance, a martial arts technique that they taught us tonight. Now, this was definitely a workout, and we had to perform different types of techniques in combination to be able to effectively put out the candle time after time. But after about 45 minutes, I started to develop a ratio. You know, there's a law of averages. I learned this from Jerome, that anything you do often enough, a ratio will start to appear. Anything you do often enough, eventually a ratio will appear. So at first, we light the candle and we do the lightning palm strike in midair about 50 times. Maybe nothing happens, or maybe we get the candle out once. Well, we got it out once in 50 times. Even though that's not the results that we're looking for, still, a ratio has appeared. 1 in 50. Then maybe the next 50 times, you get a little bit better. But the law of averages state that a ratio will appear. So if you got it 1 in 50, odds are the next 50 times, you'll get another. In the next 50, you'll get another. You do it 50 more times, you get another. And what's really cool about the law of averages is that the ratio tends to increase along with your skill level and everything that you do often enough. You do it 50 more times, you get 2. 50 more times, you might get 3 more, or 4 more, or 5 more, or even 10 more. Then you start to bring the law of averages to the point where you're getting 10 out of 20, or 5 out of 10, or 6 out of 10. You can even increase to the point where you can get 10 out of 10. This might take years of practice, who knows? But just because it's difficult doesn't mean it's impossible. So tonight I learned after an intense arm workout of trying to put out this candle, that this seemingly impossible trick is more and more probable the more you practice. The 4 P's. Practice prevents poor performance. Practice over and over and over again. And Master Ryan told us a story of a girl who had come out of the military with PTSD. She was post-traumatic. And she had wanted, at one point in her life, to end it all. And her psychiatrist or the counselor she was working with told her she needed to find something to hold on to. And what she held on to was martial arts. And the day she came to learn, they had a candle seminar. And each morning, she woke up. She started the day putting out that candle with her hand, with that technique that she had learned in class. It may have been small, it may have been something so silly, so simple. But this little candle kept her going. This little light made her fight. And she fought on, and she kept fighting till she regained her confidence again. But remember, my friend, whatever that light is in your life, keep it going. Keep that burning desire within you to get better and better and better at something. Hold on to what you can. Do what you can with what you have right where you are. And you'll find, most times, that that's more than enough. Thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, the Open Palm Podcast here in San Antonio, Texas. I pray you received an encouraging message from this candle seminar that I had tonight, letting you know that you can perfect anything that you put your mind to, that you put your purpose into practicing over and over, no matter how long it takes. For we know how long or how many times will a baby try to walk, fall down and crawl and try to walk until. Use those magic words, until, to accomplish anything you set out. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. And if this is your first time receiving this podcast, why not subscribe for more inspirational messages like this? And if you feel compelled to support, consider opening your browser to anchor.fm/jshaw. Clicking the support link there is much appreciated. Big shout out and thank you to all the wonderful supporters who continue to donate to the podcast, making it possible for episodes like this. Have a wonderful and blessed day or night wherever you are, my friend. And as always, take care now.